Hello everyone, hi, my name's Lewis Roy. I can't agree with you more about Moby Dick, by the way. In terms of antagonist, Ahab is pretty much as boring as you get. What are you up to today, Ahab? Hunting the great whale! What are you doing tomorrow? Hunting the great whale! How about next week? Pretty much a great whale. So, I'm here today to talk to you about science fiction. So you need t-shirt, glasses and dubious facial hair. Of course it's science fiction! So, especially also the apocalypse. I figure we're going to get there eventually, so we might as well talk about it. It's, so I'm interested in post-apocalypse. So post-apocalyptic literature began in 1945, because before that, if you wanted to end the world, you'd have to put all the TNT underneath the Eiffel Tower and send it into the moon, blow up the moon, send the Earth flying into the sun, and even that wasn't guaranteed to work. So after 1945, America showed us how easy it was to end the world by dropping 2 atomic bombs. And from then on, the end of the world didn't just look like a possibility, it looked quite likely. So, you know, post-apocalyptic literature, it's interesting, post-apocalyptic, because there's actually a story after that, because the apocalypse surely means the end, but stuff keeps going. You know, in real life, an apocalyptic scenario, we'd end with just 3 things. You know, rocks, cockroaches, and the new series of Strictly Come Dancing. As the conservation of energy law shows, that, you know, like matter, Strictly Come Dancing can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be rebranded. So in this way, perhaps post-apocalyptic literature is supposed to be optimistic. You know, there's always something afterwards. You know, it's like, it doesn't matter that you've, you know, destroyed the world's ozone and all the animals dead and your children's dying of radiation poisoning and there's no water. It's not as bad as that holiday you had in Lanzarote, remember that? That was a bloody disaster. You missed the flight and you got there and there was no drinks and, oh, it was a bloody nightmare. So, okay, maybe it's generally very bleak studying something like apocalyptic literature, but if you look at the word apocalypse, it actually doesn't mean the end. It comes from a Christian term meaning to reveal the truth, or like an unveiling. So in fact, it's about, you know, showing us something fundamental, a fundamental truth about our humanity. You know, like, if you don't want the world taken over by a genetically advanced, super intelligent race of apes, don't design and build a, you know, super intelligent genetic apes, you know, just don't do that. But the way they usually do that is that they, you know, they unveil the kind of, the thin veil of civilization, the stained tablecloth of civilization, and show the savagery beneath, you know, the kind of savagery lying in wait for the sort of people who can't survive in the world without lip balm, let alone, you know, energy and running water. If you want to see this savagery firsthand, I suggest a Saturday night in Glasgow, or indeed any night in Glasgow. So the book I really want to talk about is Ridley Walker by Russell Hoban, and it shows this kind of post-nuclear apocalyptic world. I'm into that. It's sort of world, and they're stuck in this Iron Age existence, you know, living in muck and shit. It's basically Dundee without the cinema. You've been. And so they're there, but Russell does an amazing thing with the literature because he actually misspells almost every word in the book to show how language can be corrupted and deformed, but it also simulates the experience of technology. Because you start off ignorant, you open the book and you're like, what the hell's this? I can't read this, I don't know what's going on. You're in the Stone Age! And you're moving through, oh, I'm getting a bit more. I'm getting tools here, oh, Industrial Revolution, halfway through. By the end of the book, you're absolutely flying, it's like Moore's Law. You know everything, you're completely fluent. So that's what academics thought happened until Russell released 3 more books with the exact same spelling. Turned out he's actually just severely dyslexic. But that's what English is like, you know, it sends you one way, you go the other. Literature is a lot like the popular TV show Playing It Straight, if you've seen it. No? Basically, it's like a girl trying to tell up a bunch of guys which one's gay for money. It's very highbrow, and it's very difficult. Like, she's got a tough job because they all look so gay. You watch it and you're like, oh well, he's got hair gel and he's definitely gay, but he's using cutlery, very gay. You know? And then in the end, they all end up being transgendered anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But in the end, you know, it's all about nuclear war and about our kind of illusions of technology and things like that. But what I'm really interested in is in the 4th Harry Potter book, how Dementors are used as an analogy for nuclear war. Oh yeah. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. The way Dementors, right? Dementors are like, everyone's like, oh, we need Dementors to save the planet, to keep the planet safe, you know? But then at the end, they come out and kill everyone, you know? That's basically what my dissertation was about, and it's... yeah. It's not too good. So now, right, I hear what you're saying, You're saying, but Lewis, you've taught me how to read a book, you've taught me how to take apart literature. Thank you, Lewis, thank you. It's okay. But now I'm going to teach you, because it's useless knowing that information unless you can explain it in an essay form, okay? The power of the essay. So, common mistake. Introduction of your essay. Don't say everything you're going to say in the essay. You ruin the surprise. You want to create this kind of atmosphere of like intimidating mystery, right? So that the guy's reading it and he's like, oh shit, what's going on? This guy knows way more than I do. Like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, wait till you see the middle. Because then you move straight to the left and he'll be like, you were talking about Shakespeare and now he's on modernism. And you're like, yeah, where am I? Chuck some quotes in there. Chuck some quotes. Don't explain where the quotes come from, unless you want to make them look like a complete idiot. They'll get it from the context. Okay? That's what you need, and you keep that going. You don't want your essay to look drab, okay? So try some interesting fonts, okay? Mix it up. Have fun with it. You know, if you've spaced one paragraph, in the next paragraph, do 2 spaces, yeah? Indent it, you know? It's great. Different colours are great. And as my mother always said, right? You have a caps lock button. Use it. If it's not in caps lock, it will be ignored. So it's very important to keep up that energy, get creative, get fresh, do a bit of Jamie Oliver thing. And then as you come into the conclusion, most important part of your essay, okay? It's completely necessary. Every conclusion must start with in conclusion. And it must take up about 2/3 of your essay, okay? So, and now this is the most important part of your whole essay, because at the start you got them in and they were confused, brilliant. Get to the middle, you were bombarding them with quotes and misfinished sentences and several spellings of the word necessarily. Now, the conclusion. Let loose the dogs of war. This is what my essay was about all along. That's what you got to do. Yeah. So if you enjoyed that, I also do a talk, you can get on iTunes, can't get on iTunes, it's a talk about science. It's called, If These Results Are Incredible, Make Them Incredible. Thank you very much.